What is up? Check. Hey, looks like we have got our men's race about to start up. They're doing some highlights from last night. Last night's race was awesome. Really dynamic. Legion started to do the Legion thing at the very beginning, meaning just like stack up on the front and hang out. Jeremy, I'm pretty sure he rode yesterday. It looked like Legion had 6. Pretty quickly, though, Legion changed their strategy up last night from just holding the front the whole time, rotating 2 guys until someone attacks, to covering the moves. Yeah, I think Cowan just got DQ'd for that move on night 1. He got DQ'd from that race, but then he was allowed to continue racing the next day. Same thing with the DQ of Alexis Ryan. There was a little bit of argy-bargy today between Alexis and a rider from DNA. We will talk. I'm going to pull that clip and we'll talk about it. We're going to talk about all these clips on the American Peloton, which is a podcast/Twitch show I do here. It's on all the podcast players if you want to listen to it, but I try to make sure that it works. We do it every other Wednesday, talk about American bike racing. Oh, I guess I should say I'm Jonathan Crane. If you don't know who I am, mediocre Cat 2 out of Birmingham, Alabama. Fan of American bike racing. Started doing these watch-alongs, I guess, like when racing started back up after COVID. I had built this pain cave situation to do some Zwifting, and started watching along with some of the big pro races. So we'll be talking about all of the stuff that's happened this weekend on American Peloton. I'll have all the clips if you want to watch us on YouTube, see what we're talking about. But I always try to make sure that it works in audio format or on video. Well, I was trying to avoid, tried to wait until after they were done with the women's coverage to cut this on, just in case someone didn't want this race spoiled for them. I guess we're talking to the overall winner for the weekend here, not necessarily spoiling today, but yeah, I'm surprised that footage of Cowan stomping someone's bike on night 1 is not getting more play than it is, because it's pretty insane. I mean, it's up there with that guy like spiking the broken in half red hook fixed gear in terms of like most egregious but also kind of funny bike racing blooper gag reel type stuff I've seen. I think probably a lot of people missed it. I was watching live and I missed it initially, so I wonder if like Crit Drama will probably pick it up and then it'll go crazy. But if you want analysis rather than just the clip, join us right here, American Peloton, this Wednesday, or podcast apps or whatever if you don't want to have to ride the trainer like you're doing. Yeah. It seems, I don't know. They were early. They were like 5 minutes early last night, 15, 20 minutes late today. I guess, sometimes you make that early, you start giving lap cards and the pace changes. Maybe hard to account for that. And then you want to make sure everybody's getting a lap or 2 in. I know I've done some of these big races before where they're very, very on top of the time because, there's a time they got to open the, I got very acquainted with the trainer over the last year, Dr. Rugpull. I broke my ankle and had to ride the trainer in a boot. Wasn't allowed to ride outside. That was skateboarding in December. And then I separated my AC joint and I was riding the trainer. I had a table right here. So riding the trainer like this for a long time, not allowed to use my right hand, so couldn't really shift or brake. But the trainer also allows me to do this. So if I'm going to sit here and watch the race, I might as well make myself put some junk miles, junk minutes. But yeah, spend 50% of my FTP while I sit here and watch other people go all out. We got a course map here. This course basically from Riverside Drive up to corner 1, that's where the hill starts, is corner 1. 2, halfway to where it says 13th Street, is kind of all hill, flattens out, and then you've got some flat, and it's downhill, steep downhill into that really harsh corner, the bottom right here. This corner is crucial. I'll say in the women's race, first out of this corner was the winner. It's probably from here to there, 10-15% downhill, really steep downhill. All right, we got men's call-ups here. Here we go. Never rug pull. I will always race cyclocross, which is the antidote to having a high FTP and no skills. Cyclocross will force you, if you are one of those people who started riding during COVID, and you don't feel like you got great skills yet, go race cyclocross this winter. I'm telling you. Angus, I'm trying not to do spoilers for the women's here. I was trying to wait until after all the women's coverage to start this stream up. Just because I don't want to be... I hate it when I tune in. A lot of times the European races, if there's a men's and a women's... Thank you, Rug Pull. Yeah, a lot of times if there's a men's and a women's will happen like, before I'm up or something. Turn on the men's race, and the GCN announcer like immediately ruins the women's, which I was going to go back and watch later. And, often do anyway, because it's more interesting to see how I got there. Clever Martinez right here. I did not mention him last night. Okay, Dusan Calavo was my pick for today. Eyes on him. Clever Martinez. We were running through picks last night. If it comes to a field sprint, which it may, because I say field, very reduced field sprint, because there is a headwind on the start-finish straight that's been just kind of pushing the field back together. So if it comes to a field sprint like that, I think Clever is really good at being third or fourth into the final turn and potentially launching from there. There's Summerhill. He's in the overall for the weekend. Won yesterday, third on Friday. Look at the size of those guns, though. Probably not his day on this course, which is why I love this weekend. There's Justin Williams, winner on Friday, kind of cemented that Tulsa Tough day one is kind of his deal, his thing. Tyler Williams pulling up. Maybe a decent day. So it's going to be interesting to see how Legion plays this one. It's not a great day for Justin. You would think it would be a good day for Corey as like the smallest guy on Legion. But you never really see Corey go for it on a course like this. If I was them, I would be sending Williams, Boardman, and Magner into breakaways and just letting them rip. That would be my MO here. But, so my original pick was Cade Bickmore from Project Echelon. They're not here. So I will say, I think if you listen back to the last episode of American Peloton or watch it, I believe my predictions have been like 90% so far. I think I said we'd have Legion, then ACC, and then Project Echelon, which not here, so I'm going with Butcherbox. I'm gonna have to go back and confirm that that's what I said. But either way, that's what I meant. ACC last night, I kind of expected they were going to do it in a different way. They were going to like challenge the Legion train more and really take over in those last few laps. They just put Summerhill in position and he kind of freelanced it. But they did a lot of work to hold position for the last like 20, 21 laps. All right, here we go. ACG straight to the front. We got too many acronyms. ACG, DCC in the white, in the Alpecin kit as well. And then ACC, the crit series that was on Friday. I think Miami Blazers is also a sneak team to watch today, both because Monk got 5th last night. I think he's doing okay in the over, and then Spencer Movenzadah just seems super motivated. And they also have Johnny Brown, who, let's see if Johnny Brown is here, actually. I got results from last night. I'm going to see if I see Johnny Brown listed. It looks like Knights has, oh, sorry, not Knights, the other Miami team, Miami Blazers. They're showing up as just Blazers. Maybe they're dropping the Miami. They're trying to like spread out the geographic-based team thing, potentially. So Blazers has Fury. They have, man, they got nobody else in the results last night that I see. But I know they had Spencer Movenzadah, who was riding extremely aggressively. Could throw these results up if you guys really want to see them. But I figure you probably want to look at the first couple of laps as they're happening. Blazers got Danny Estevez, Dante Young. Yeah, they do have Johnny Brown. Okay. Johnny Brown, not a huge factor last night, but he is here. I bring him up because he had a really good race at he had a really good weekend overall at Snake Alley, which, if this course is similar to something, I would say it's similar to Snake Alley. We've also got Texas Roadhouse, someone to watch. Looks like we got somebody from Team 6 up near the front. Talked about Team 6 on American Peloton. I think all those red helmets, first wheel there. Team 6, red helmet, black kit. Team 6 is the team that kind of took on Legion in the CBR races, kind of just hit like head on in a full on drag race and bested them with the sprinter. I believe it's the guy who owns the company Heavy Pedal, the kit company, or works for them something. He's on that Team 6 team. Either a new team or a team that's like newly stepped up to this top level this season. Interesting dark horse, although I don't associate them with this style of course. I kind of see them as more of a flat four corner. Looks like all of their guys are 200 plus pounds. Dolomite, looks like, I don't want to say everybody's letting this guy go, but looks like they're not too worried about it. I wonder if everybody's trying to kind of see like, all right, what is Legion going to do? And Legion has not just taken over the front as they are often known to do. So I wonder if there's a little bit of like, you know, everybody kind of looking around at each other like, wait, who's going to pull? Who's going to pull if Legion is not at the front animating it? Yeah, you can see the Legion rider far right here looking over at everybody else and everybody looking at him. DCC, though. Nice. Chris Hildreth, yes. Unclear to me whether Team 6 is like purely a Masters team or whether they have an elite team. It's not super uncommon, though, to have like an elite team and a Masters team that are not mutually exclusive. I know that that's what Texas Roadhouse does. Like they have guys kind of moving between. Rug pull, you mean where is everybody watching the stream or where is everybody? I think this is gonna pop off as hard or harder than last night on the stream, or do you mean everybody in the race? Nobody's trying to take it on yet. I think everybody's a little nervous. We got Corey up at the front. Interesting. And then German, or no, that is the, I keep getting the German and the South African kits look so similar. The white with the country stripes across the front. But yeah, I think that DCC team is going to be really a great day. I'm just not sure if they have anybody who's built for it. Dolomite, it's hot for most people, but I would say it's relatively mild for this race. I believe last I looked, it was like 85 degrees Fahrenheit, 87. But this race is often in the mid 90s. So hot, but not as hot as it could be. Not as hot as it often is. It's apparently a pretty stout headwind across this straight, which is why you see the field being kind of slammed together here. Surprised to see it go so wide, but everybody's trying to get position before they come into this hill. Crybaby Hill really starts in earnest right here, although they don't call it Crybaby Hill until you make the right-hander through here by the referees. It kind of kicks into it. Here we go. Looks like Juan, I'm going to mispronounce his name. Denver Disruptors throwing one up the road. I haven't really said anything about Disruptors, but Noah Granigan from Disruptors is a good pick for tonight. I know he was caught this afternoon. This is the only one that's not nighttime. Probably a little early for a solo move, but start to shred the field down a little bit. I think this may be one where we're just seeing ones and twos off the bat consistently all day. I think for most in this race, probably. I think people probably want to keep it biggering on that hill for two reasons. One is it's not that long. It's an effort that you can come in with momentum and kind of muscle through it. It's like 30, 45 seconds. But also, you want to keep it biggering because it hits so quick. You don't want to have to dump to the small ring and potentially lose your chain. That's going big ring to small ring, especially under load and while you're like bumping. That's a really quick way to lose your chain potentially. So I think most people will be avoiding doing that. We got the familiar form of mustachioed Legion riders on the front, kind of marshaling the pace. But it looks like Brian Gomez on the outside there. Oh, Legion sending a flyer outside. I think this is answering the question of what does Legion do today? And I think the answer is that they let some of their riders that are normally doing the domestique work off the leash, let them attack. So the question is who gets up here with it and do they get organized? Because last night the problem with moves like this was they would get off the front with a Legion rider wouldn't pull, and then it's a done deal. But it looks like today, probably Alec, Tyler, Sam. I believe that is Sam. They got two guys who have who have the mustache right now. And I don't have enough other. I'm seeing them in these new kits for the first time. Over time, I can normally figure out who's who based on like who's wearing different shoes or different gloves or who has their bike set up weird. Nope, that's Alec. Okay. Alec, small with a mustache. Sam, big with a mustache. So that also answers the question somebody asked. Is Alec allowed to ride after the bike stomp he did on Friday? But yeah, he got DQ'd on Friday. This is a potentially strong group here. Looks like I'm seeing Clever Martinez in there. DCC's got somebody in there. Denver Legion's got 2. Blazers, not sure who that is from Blazers. I don't think that's Johnny. I don't think that is Spencer Movenzadah. I think that's Dusan Kalaba from Butcherbox, someone I pointed out. Yes, Bryce, that is the dude from Legion who stomped on someone's bike on Friday. He got DQ'd on Friday. Yeah, it looks like they're looking at each other. This group's going to come back together, but 2-man attack from that group. That group was a little too big. A couple of people trying to set on. So we got 2 attacking off the front. The drone shot is cool, but I can't tell who anybody is from that far away. Looks like Sergio Heinau, former World Tour rider, there with Clever Martinez, Alec Cowan, somebody from ACG. Looks like we're back to, this is what I expect out of this race. It's just single file, the taffy pull. It's getting pulled out. Long little gaps are forming, little groups are forming. And it's just kind of chaos the whole time. Looks like that might be Evan McQuirk for Butcherbox there. 6th wheel. Nice, Trey. You didn't stick around to watch it? Did he race? Somebody from Roadhouse is getting up there. I'm not sure if Dillman is here for Roadhouse, but this could be a good one for him or for a Fergus Arthur. Yeah, they got Texas Roadhouse has in this race. Fergus Arthur, Hogan Sills, don't know him. Tim Smith, don't know him. Eli House, don't know him. Kyle Perry. Okay, Kyle Perry's good too. So yeah, maybe Fergus. This is a very similar course to the one that Fergus won on. Yeah, I get you, Trey. Nice. Awesome. And it sounds like you kept it upright, which is, I don't know if there were crashes in the 4, but I know there were crashes in most of the fields yesterday. I'm wondering if Roadhouse is kind of saving their matches and if they're going to start ripping moves about 30 minutes in, or if they're just getting caught in the washing machine. Yeah, I think coverage right now, these drone shots, they're using that to kind of as a band-aid for a large area that they don't have fixed cameras on. But it's a little hard to tell what's going on. It's cool to see. Clock, that's there are multiple guys who went to those NCL teams from World Tour. So Dolomite, it looks like Dillman is not here. It looks like from the notable riders I'm seeing from Roadhouse are Fergus Arthur, who won on a very similar course. The 3rd day of Speed Week was a lot like this, pretty steep hill. Ooh, Dillman broke his wrist. Was that riding a goal? I think this is a Primal Audi Denver rider. One of the Blue Dome crashes. I wonder, did he break his scaphoid? That sucks, though. I just kind of assumed he had been riding gravel. I didn't realize he had been here and broke something already. That's a bummer. Well, they do still have Fergus, who's a real good pick for today, and Kyle Perry, who's consistently good. Oh, man, that stinks. Yeah, I had one of those last year. It takes you out for a while. Looks like we got a crash. Uh-oh. Hopefully those guys are all okay. Looks like everybody's up. Nobody getting stretchered off there. Primal Audi Denver rider coming with the complete dark horse. I'm glad Oliver Boyd. Okay, don't know anything about this guy. Wonder if that's Ferg, though. Well, let's see. Yeah, I think that is Arthur Fergus going across to him. Was that number 133? Speak of the devil, and he shall appear. Whatever their helmet sponsor is, Primal Audi Denver, they used to have these super weird, like, Ninja Turtle shell-looking helmets. Looks like they updated that. Yeah, Dillman's videos are so good. His cyclocross stuff is amazing. Yeah, I think that's Ferg going across. Everybody keep a lookout for his numbers. Let's see if that's 133. That's Fergus. Nope, that's not Alexi Ramirez. No one, I mean, Ramirez may be somewhere on screen. This is almost exactly what Fergus did at Speed Week. I should know the name of this race. I did the race. It was the third race of the weekend. Third race of the week, rather. He's got the bridge. He's there. All right, now you got to, yep, 133. I figured that was Arthur. Great LaGrange, thank you. Yes, I was there. This is almost exactly what he did at LaGrange, though. Question is, are other riders going to snap across to them, or are they going to drag the field up? It looks like we got a cover there. Somebody on Legion, and then my guess would be that's Connor White from Aviators in the red. See if we can get a head-on shot and see. I think Arthur's settling in. See if these four can get together. See what this gap looks like around the corner. Nope, yeah, it's coming back together. Nice try from Fergus there. I think I'm seeing Johnny Brown. I believe, is he 32? Got the start list in front of me here, so trying to 33 is Johnny Brown, but I think that was him. I raced with him a couple of weeks ago, so I recognize his like style on the bike. He's got a really scooped over back kind of. He's really good at getting his head down low. Nice. I thought Connor was riding he was living in like the Bahamas or something for a minute, right? He was on that X Speed United team, but I guess he's moved to be closer to Aviators. They've got Iman Lucas in this race as well. Austin Aviators, the dark red tops with the black shorts. All right, reshuffle. No idea what team Tolly is racing for, Angus. I know in the past he was on Elbows, and then he was on Ride Bikes Bro. I'm not sure if he's on either now. He might just be racing in like the state bikes gear. I know he also used to do fixed gear for state bikes. No, I see an Elbows kid in the middle there. Light blue helmet, white on top, and then it fades to blue. It looks a lot like the Jayco Alula World Tour kit. So maybe that's Tolly. Maybe he's back to Elbows. Know anything about Super Squadra? What's the deal with that team, Dolomite? I don't know anything about that. Is that like a regional elite team? Is this number 61 Wanarango taking another one? Okay. I guess that's like a rival of Elbows. Austin has so much. I see a State Bikes tint up there. So it wouldn't surprise me if he was on, if Tolly was on State Bikes. I know he was going to try to stream off of his bike for Friday. I guess the cell service is probably just jammed up. All right, is this Cowan or is this Boardman going across to him? This could be, he's got a serious gap right here. Biggest gap we've seen of the day. I'm going to say if this comes back, if this comes back, I'm going to see a big counter, and that will blow the race apart. Okay, Squadra is a little more elite. Elbows is a little more... Elbows does more like regional big racing. All right, that was 78. Bridging across. That is not Magner. That is... Sorry, the list I've got is not in numerical order. Trying to see Sam Boardman. Well, Boardman is a good person to tap for this. It's going to be a long effort from here. They got almost 40 minutes left. You know, given that the laps are counted correctly and ends up being a round hour. Really, even I guess the sense I have of Texas is that it produces a lot of good riders, and they have the driveway series, which I know is kind of off again, on again, but it's back on, right? They figured it out. Huh. So Squadra is kind of all over the place a little bit. Looks like these two are going to get together. How well do they work together once they get there? All right. Anybody think, hands up if you think this is the move. Do you think this is the move, or you think this comes back? I need to see what the field looks like. We missed the field altogether. Are they pointy? Are they chasing? Maybe we'll get a good look from that overhead. Looks like Denver's looking to chase. ACG's looking to chase. There's the South African Van Rensburg up there. He's also on Denver, but in the South African kit on the right. I don't know. I think, Matt, I think Legion is changing it up today. I think Legion, yesterday they wanted a field sprint, a flatter course, a more predictable course. Yeah, he's pulling. I think today they are taking the riders that normally do the donkey work, and they said, you know, Justin's not going to get it today. Corey's not going to get it today. Ty, Sam, Alec, go crazy. You guys are off the leash. Whereas yesterday their job was to cover moves and not pull through. Today their job is to just lob absolute haymakers. Lob Hail Marys, rather. Let's see what the gap is looking like here. See if we can count it from when they go across the line. Even with the foreshortening of the camera. All right, 45. See if they'll hold on the shot long enough that we can actually see the field. But even with the foreshortening of the camera, that's a pretty solid gap. Yeah, Oracle bought where the track is, right? But I heard they figured it out. And that race is going to, we're talking about the driveway series race. That race is going to continue. Ooh, 30 seconds. That is a big gap. Corey at the back. The gold helmet does make him easy to pick out of the group. Ooh, too little, too late. Cliff. Looks like that's maybe Connor Malherbe. One of the Malherbe brothers. I think they may have just now realized, like, oh no, that was seconds. I think probably what happened is they Jeremy, it's an hour. So we're not quite halfway. Closing in. But we got Sam Boardman, great time trialist, off the front right now. And unlike yesterday, he's actually committing to these pulls. He's not just tapping through easy. And he's up there with Juan Arango Carvajal. I'm just gonna say Juan Arango. Both real strong riders, real dangerous guys to have this big of a gap. Yeah, that's Boardman. Did I say something else? That's Boardman. He won one of the time trials, uphill time trial at one of the big stage races last year. Kind of a surprise winner, but definitely he is normally the guy who sets pace at the front of the group. Yeah, there's Connor Malherbe on the front. I think what happened on that last lap was the field came around where they just hit there, realized they were not seeing the breakaway up in front, and that was when they went, oh no, they're getting too much time. We got to get on the gas. But now the question is, do they keep chasing? It looked like Denver was doing a really good job of getting up to the front and setting a false tempo a couple of laps ago. And that was when Cliff, Denver, I would think Miami Knights would start chasing. DCC also. DCC was super active last night, but they're all bigger guys. I don't know if this course suits them, but I would expect them to start pushing the pace if they're not already. Kind of surprised we're not seeing more from Blazers. Haven't seen anything from Movenzadah. He really wanted a breakaway last night, and he's not a big guy. I would have thought that today would be solid for him. If this comes back, though, the counter from this is going to be the thing that really shatters the field. Right, we're going to keep a pretty good solid field together. These guys are fighting. There's a pretty stout headwind. You can see those leaves blowing around under them. Pretty stout headwind on this start-finish straight. Look how small they're trying to get. Yeah, I don't think there's very little chance of today being a true field sprint. Whoop. Does this at least once a day. Uh-oh. We may have lost the stream, y'all. We're back. Yeah. Or are we? Uh-oh. All right, we're just losing. It looks like my internet is good. Seems like this is on the stream in. All right, we're back. No worries. Yeah, Dolomite, that would be the smart move. We haven't seen from Tyler today, and that's probably what they want. I do think there's a good chance someone takes the overall from ACG today, because this is not a great day for Danny Summerhill. As I pointed out on the line, he's got his arms are about as big around as my thighs. So strong guy, got a lot of arm watts to commit to that sprint, but that stuff doesn't help you as much going uphill, especially going up this hill like, I don't know, probably 50 times. These are probably like minute and a half laps, going an hour, probably doing between 50 and 60. And like, of the total time, I bet, I don't know, a fifth of it is on a steep hill. Scooter guy, get out of there, man. Lime scooter, about to get clocked. That's coming back though. We're seeing the gap coming down. I think the big counter when this comes back will be the definitive move, whether that's the move that sticks or whether it's the move that just snaps this into a million pieces. DCC up at the front, getting active. Legion is mobbing close to the front. I guess if the pace lapses at all, they're going to let it continue to lapse. Butcherbox up there getting ready to chase. The question is, do these teams that are chasing, are they going to have enough to let an attack rip, or are they spending all their tickets? Like, have they already designated somebody to counter when this comes back? That is a very important piece of this pie. Boardman and Arango look like they've got a pretty good agreement going, though. Absolutely no disagreement about who's pulling and when. It's coming back, though. Miami Knights contributing. DCC contributing. I think maybe in 1 or 2 laps, we're going to see this come fully back together. Yeah, it looks like Brian Gomez is putting in a big turn from Miami Knights. The new Legion jersey from a distance does look too much like the Miami Knights jersey. I think I like the new Legion kit better. The silver, blue, it looks very Rafa, very like understated. I like it a lot more than the Zwift logo kit Legion was rocking for a while. So, at least from my perspective, a blessing that they lost that sponsorship, because I don't have to look at that orange, like 90s Pepsi can scenario. If I'm going to be looking at the Legion jersey the whole race, I want to look at a cool, good-looking jersey, you know? Looks like, yeah, I would say probably this lap, maybe one more lap, we're going to get a catch. But do we get a catch and a counter? I think so. I think this is going to be the defining moment of the race. Who has it to go after this? I think it's going to start to really shatter. A lot of riders are look at how strung out that is. It's like 1, 7 bike links, 2, 10 bike links, 2, 2 bike links, 1. Looks like we already got a counter from Magner. Ty Magner with the counter. Noah Granigan talked about him earlier, going with Ty Magner. Ty is the one I have said I think is probably the best all-around rider, maybe in America. Ty, right there. Ty Magner, in Georgia. I've raced, I don't want to say raced with Ty a bunch. I've been in races that Ty was also at, generally just getting completely smashed by him. I think he beat me in a cross race one time on a full suspension, like trail bike, back when he was on United Healthcare. He had the United Healthcare, like crazy stormtrooper helmet, riding his trail bike with flats. So UHC helmet, t-shirt, shorts, like dressed like he was going to be riding trail, but in the pro helmet from his pro road team, and just absolutely destroyed everybody, including me. All right, who's this from? Johnny Brown from Blazers. Mentioned him earlier. Raced with him 2 weeks ago in Nashville. Super strong. He was able to just almost single-handedly ride 29 miles an hour, 30 miles an hour for almost an hour. Like him and one other guy trading off turns. Me sitting fourth wheel, just absolutely trying to get as small as I could and stay in their draft just to hang in there. Brown is definitely on one, though. After that race, I was like, I mean, you know, Johnny Brown is he's a maniac. He was the youngest ever winner of the pro road race in the USA back in 2018. So I knew he was strong, but confirmed that he was on one when he got 2 podiums, maybe even 3 podiums in 3 days. Oh yeah, no, I know Rug Pull. He's come to, I think he lapped the field this year at Tiger Town Omnium in Clemson by himself. What's up, Brian? Just watching some Tulsa. All right, this is the crucial moment. Big move just came back. Blazers up the road. Is that Spencer Movenzadah? Tanner Ward. I believe Spencer is against the barricades there. He's looking at it. Blazers doing a good job of just setting the false tempo, seeing who wants it. I think this is one of those situations where the people who have it just spent a lot of tickets to pull back the move that just happened. Yeah, I know. Here they go. Hitting it right now. Yeah, this thing is nuts. Who is that from Nashville? Maybe Kyle Teasler going across? Well timed by Nashville to have kind of saved their tickets until just now. A team that's had a lot of success this season. What's good, Rugio? Welcome back. Good discussion last night about Legion. What shorter, steeper race, Brian? I think we got Fergus Arthur back at the front here. Yeah, 33. Danger Man. I think he sat in that entire time that Boardman and Arango. Oh yeah, I've seen video of that one. That looks fun. I really want to go do Snake Alley one of these years. My friend Michael was 9th this year. Michael Lambert. Had a lot of great battles with that dude while he was in Alabama getting his master's degree a few years ago. But cool to see him race on a national level. I think he got 2 podiums in the 1-2 this week. Nice. Well, he's got his lucky number. This is a course where he could definitely be dangerous. So let's watch Fergus Arthur. Ooh, yeah, we're back. Single file. This is where the race starts to blow apart. Is that Kyle Teasler? Let's see who this Nashville rider is off the front. It's got to be Kyle Teasler, though. I don't think that's TJ Kalea. TJ's a little skinnier. See if we can get the number of that Nashville. But Teasler, we got the drop cam on Justin later. That's such a brutal camera following you off the back, like in the Tour de France when they just follow the guy as he drifts off the back of the group. But there's Corey, Fergus, Corey, maybe one of the Malherbe brothers. I think Justin's about to be in the locker room. Missed the Fergus wanted a bottle there, missed it. Justin off the back, Corey on the front. Looks like they're not getting any separation there, though. Yeah, one of the Malherbe brothers from Cliff Bar, guy who always wants a breakaway, doesn't look like he's got the separation. He's going to try to force it, but in this headwind, it's a headwind going this way. It's going to push this group back together. Those gaps are going to start to close. And it's going to consolidate. So my guess would be somebody 5-10 wheels back here launches it on this next climb up. I see Spencer Movenzadah looking over the top there in the pink helmet, popping out to the left, to our left, his right. I wonder if he's looking for a clean there. He looks like he is. DCC on the front. It's going to slow down here. Somebody going to rip it up the hill. Yeah, Herschel, that's what you got to do when you're... I mean, the Nashville guys, they've done really, really well for themselves in the last year. But, brutal just off the back cam for Justin. But yeah, the Nashville guys, like, even with the dudes they have that are able to be competitive on this level, they're not, like, bossing the field around level. So what they got to do is save their matches for the crucial moment and then unleash. When Jeremiah Stoller from Nashville won at Speed Week on the Wednesday race, he, I guess that was Peachtree Corners. He made the breakaway. It was like 6-8 guys. He was doing his turns, but he was doing short turns. I don't think anybody expected more of him. He was on the smallest team there. And then he went for the 1-to-go preem, the Gambler preem, got the Gambler, and then just unleashed, just kept it going. And, you know, that's how you get the win when you're guys that you got one match at that level, you know. We are all over the road. Whoa. I don't know why there's like an earthquake on this camera here as the field shatters. Earthquake is the shatter in the field is shaking the cameraman. Fergus wants to break this so bad. We got Fergus Arthur. 3 from Legion here. Not the 3 I would have expected either. This group is probably too big though. Boardman's going. This is where everybody just goes all in. Probably, I would say, from here to 10 to go, everybody who can go hard is going to go as hard as they can. And if there are not splits, 10 to go, it'll start to like reshuffle, reset. I don't think anything is really going to stick right now, per se. It's just going to be everybody who has legs testing everybody else. I think everybody who feels like they've got it, got something to give, is going to give it. Yeah, Dolomite, I think you're right. I think that might be the last we see of Corey as they come through here. That gold helmet has gone from the top 5 to at least 20. Seeing Johnny Brown in the mix there. Seeing Spencer Movenzadah in the mix there. Honestly, I'm surprised that Corey was a factor as long as he was, so I think we're going to continue seeing what we just saw, though. No one's going to get clear separation, but it's going to continue. Oh, I think I saw Pat Casey from Empire, Domestique Coffee. Shout out. Empire also